Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this intro training course on LollyLaw. My name is Kris, customer success here at LollyLaw, and in this video, we'll go over how to sync client data from the contact profile over to the forms in just a couple clicks of a button. In other videos, we went over how to create a matter record and went over what is Lollyforms at a high level. In this video, we'll focus specifically on syncing client information from the contact profile over to the forms with just a couple clicks. To get started, we'll come here to the Documents tab in a matter record, roll down to the Forms card to access the forms for this matter. We'll click on the form here, open the form with Lollyforms, where we can see the USCIS form on the screen here. The Star tab at the top left is where you can access the subject fields of the parties relevant to this form. For this I-130 form that we're looking at here, we see the subject fields for the petitioner, interpreter, beneficiary, and attorney. Entering an existing contact's name into one of the subject fields, the relevant information from their contact profile would then sync to the forms here in Lollyforms. I'll demonstrate this now. We'll simply click here on the subject field to enter an existing contact's name. Select their name from the drop-down here. I'll confirm that I want to bring their information from the contact profile to populate it with the form. If it was successful, their information has populated to their respective fields on the form. I'll repeat the same process by adding existing contacts here to the subject fields to bring in that information to the forms. For the beneficiary, I'll add in the existing contact, select their name from the dropdown, and confirm that I would like to bring their information from their contact profile over to the respective fields on the form. You can see now the sync was successful. And if I go to page 5, I can view the information for the beneficiary that has populated the form. Attorney's information populates from the user profile. In the user profile, there is a tab called Representative Info. The attorney's information from that screen can populate here to the respective fields on the form. Here in the subject field, I'll add the attorney's name, confirm that I would like to bring their information from their user profile over to the form. The sync was successful. If I go to page 10 to view the attorney's information, I can see it has populated here. So just with a couple of clicks, adding in existing contacts' names into the respective subject fields, I can bring in that party's information to the relevant fields on the form. Now, let's say you wanted to add new information directly here to the form about one of these subject fields. How can you save that new information that you add back to their respective contact profiles? Well, to do so, you can simply make any changes or add any information directly to the form here. Now I've just added new information directly to the form. By clicking this green Save Data to Lolly button on the left-hand side, this will sync any new information that I've added directly to the form back to the respective party's contact profile. I'll click Confirm. Now that new information I've added, such as other names used for Mark, has been added to his contact profile. I can verify that by going back to his contact record, going to his contact profile, and see that new information for other names used that has been added here to the contact profile. Additionally, let's say you've added new information directly to the contact profile after you've already populated the form, and now you want to bring in that new information to the form. How can you do that? Well, for example, let's say for my contact Lily, the beneficiary on this form, I want to add new information directly to her contact profile. Here, I'll add new information. I just added new information, including information about her birth and her middle name. Click Save. So now that new information has saved to her contact profile. Now, how do I sync that new information here to the form, even though I've already populated the client's information to the form? Here I can see the client's information has already been previously populated to the form and does not include the middle name or birth information. To bring in that new information that I've just recently added to the contact profile, I can simply come here to the Star tab, hover over the subject field, and click this blue Sync button. This will bring any new information from the contact profile over to the form. I'll click Confirm. Sync was successful. The new information, such as her middle name and her birth information, has populated now to the form. That's how to bring in new information from the contact profile over to the form, even after you've already populated the form. To recap, what we've learned in this video is by adding an existing contact's name into the subject fields under the Star tab in Lollyforms, you can populate the form with that client's information from their contact profile. Additionally, any new information that you add directly to the form can populate back to the respective party's contact profile by clicking this green Save Data to Lolly button. And new information that you've added to the contact profile after already populating the form can then get repopulated back to the form by hovering over the subject field and clicking this blue Resync button to bring in that new information to the form. To learn more about how Lollyforms works or how to sync your client information to the forms, please visit our help site at help.lollylaw.com/help, or you can email us at support@lollylaw.com. We're happy to help.